Hey, basketball fans, welcome back to Tips and Streams, your go-to spot for the hottest NBA regular season predictions. I'm Kokan, and I'm here to break down today's matchups and give you the edge you need to make the best bets. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video. Your support means the world to us. Remember, our channel has no sponsors and relies solely on the love and support of viewers like you. Even a small donation by pressing the thanks button under the video helps us keep bringing you top-notch content every day. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and fellow basketball enthusiasts. And we love hearing from you, so drop a comment below and let us know what you want to see in our forecasts. Your feedback helps us improve and bring you the content you crave. Let's jump right into today's NBA predictions. We've got some exciting games lined up, so stay tuned and let's get that winning streak going.
Today we have predictions for 3 NBA games. The first prediction for today is for a game between the Charlotte Hornets and Philadelphia 76ers. Alright, hoop heads, let's dive into an Eastern Conference clash that might not scream marquee matchup, but trust me, there's some juice to squeeze out of this one. The Hornets are rolling into Philly to face the Sixers, and while neither squad is setting the league on fire, there are some intriguing storylines to unpack. Let's break it down. Charlotte's walking into this one with heavy legs, coming off the back end of a back-to-back. That 7-19 record tells the tale of their season, a rough grind that hasn't been kind. Over their last 11 outings? Just one lonely dub. LaMelo Ball's been putting on a show, averaging 30.2 points per night, but it's feeling more like a one-man circus out there. The supporting cast? Inconsistent at best. And with Brandon Miller's status up in the air, it's basically Ball and maybe Miles Bridges trying to hold this thing together with duct tape and hope. Philly, on the flip side, isn't exactly crushing it either, sitting at 8-16. But here's the thing, they've shown some spark lately. 5 wins in their last 7 games? That's a heartbeat. And they're not just eking out wins, they're cashing tickets too, going 6-1 against the spread in that stretch. That said, their home record is an eyesore at 3-9, and Joel Embiid's status continues to be a soap opera. With Embiid questionable thanks to that facial injury, the Sixers have leaned on Paul George, who's been steady, and Tyrese Maxey, who's playing like he's got something to prove. Maxey's coming off a 40-piece, pure artistry on the hardwood. Here's where it gets interesting. Philly's slow-as-molasses pace doesn't exactly scream blowout potential. They're one of the league's slowest teams, which makes sense given their personnel. This one's shaping up to be a grind, especially with Charlotte likely running on fumes. The Hornets are already allergic to scoring, hanging out near the league's basement in offensive production, so expecting them to suddenly light it up? Not happening. Defensively, Philly's got the tools to make LaMelo's night miserable. Without Miller to relieve some of the pressure, Ball's going to have to go full-on hero mode, and against a Sixers squad that's finding some rhythm, that's a tough ask. Honestly, I'd be surprised if Charlotte even cracks 100 points unless Philly just decides to take the night off. So, what's the move here? Straight up, I like Philly to snag the W, but covering a hefty spread? I'm not sold. Double-digit numbers with a team this inconsistent? That's playing with fire. Now, if we're talking about the total, the under looks like the play of the night. Slow pace, defensive focus, and a gassed Charlotte team? That's got low-scoring vibes all over it. Final take. Philly gets the dub, no question. With Maxey cooking and Paul George holding it down, they've got more than enough to handle a depleted Hornets squad. If you're betting, though, hammer that under at 221.5. It's screaming, grinded-out game. As for me, I'm kicking back, watching Maxey cook, and enjoying the ride.
Welcome to BetUS, Sportsbook and Casino, your ultimate hub for secure and thrilling sports betting and casino gaming. BetUS is one of the oldest and most reliable online sportsbooks in the U.S., serving millions of clients all over the globe each month. BetUS, trusted for over 30 years, offers huge welcome bonuses, countless betting options, and many deposit and payout methods. Depositing funds is a breeze and safe, with a minimum deposit of just $10. Payouts are fast and hassle-free, beginning at only $50. Choose from various payout options like MoneyGram, couriered check, cryptocurrency, or bank wire. Signing up is quick and easy. For signing up, you can use the link in the description and enjoy a generous 125% welcome bonus of up to $3,000. By signing up using the link in the description, you'll also support us as we earn a small commission from your registration at BetUS. Thank you for supporting us. Join now and start winning.
The second prediction for today is for a game between the Milwaukee Bucks and Cleveland Cavaliers. The Milwaukee Bucks and Cleveland Cavaliers are set to clash, and let me tell you, this matchup is dripping with intrigue. The Bucks might be riding the high of their NBA Cup victory, but the Cavs have been quietly establishing themselves as one of the toughest teams to beat this season. Cleveland already owns 2 wins over Milwaukee this year, and both games were absolute nail-biters, decided by a total of 3 points. If you think the Bucks are rolling into Cleveland for an easy win, you're in for a surprise. Milwaukee's NBA Cup celebration was well-deserved, and Giannis Antetokounmpo was nothing short of spectacular during that run. The man's playing out of his mind, putting up 32.7 points, 11.5 boards, and 6.1 dimes per game while shooting a ridiculous 61.4% from the floor. He's a two-way menace, adding 1.6 swats per game to his resume. Add Damian Lillard into the mix, who's been dropping 25.7 points and 7.5 assists, and you've got a dynamic duo that's a nightmare to defend. Bobby Portis and Brook Lopez have been steady contributors, keeping this squad balanced. That said, the Bucks have their flaws. Their shooting from downtown is elite, top 3 in the league, but their struggles at the free throw line and on the glass are hard to ignore. They're sitting near the bottom in free throw percentage and rebounding rankings, which could hurt them in a tight game like this. Defensively, they've been solid in protecting the rim, but they'll need to step up to slow down Cleveland's sharpshooters. The Cavs, on the other hand, have been straight-up dominant at home, sporting a ridiculous 14-1 record. Donovan Mitchell is the engine of his team, consistently delivering buckets with 23.3 points per game on efficient shooting. Darius Garland has been a perfect co-star, chipping in over 20 points a night, and Evan Mobley's versatility has been on full display. Mobley's scoring efficiently and cleaning up on the boards, while Jarrett Allen has been a beast in the paint, averaging a double-double with crazy good shooting numbers. This squad can hurt you in so many ways offensively. Cleveland leads the league in shooting efficiency, both from the field and beyond the arc, and that's going to be their bread and butter against Milwaukee. But let's not ignore their Achilles heel, perimeter defense. They're sitting in the bottom tier of the league in guarding the three-point line, which is dangerous against a Bucks team that lives and dies by the triple. For me, this game boils down to who can impose their style. The Cavs need to keep the offense flowing and avoid turnovers, while the Bucks have to hit their threes and hope Giannis and Dame can keep doing what they do best. The Cavs are no strangers to rising to the occasion in these big-time matchups, and with that home crowd behind them, they're as dangerous as any team in the league. While Milwaukee has turned some heads recently, I'm leaning toward Cleveland to handle business in this one. The Cavs' home dominance and their ability to make life miserable for opposing defenses give them a significant edge. And let's be real, this team thrives on proving doubters wrong. My pick? Cleveland takes care of business, covers the 7.5-point spread, and sends another loud message to the rest of the league. Before we move on, I have a quick favor to ask. If you're enjoying the content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing might seem like a small action, but it actually makes a big impact for us. Plus, it's completely free for you. Have you clicked that subscribe button? Awesome, thank you so much for your support. Now let's dive back into the video. The third prediction for today is for a game between the Oklahoma City Thunder and Miami Heat. Alright, who heads? Let's break this one down. The Thunder rolling into the Kaseya Center to face the Heat has all the ingredients for a straight-up banger. OKC has been a problem all season, flexing a spicy 21-5 record and riding the wave of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's unreal season. The guy's been hooping on an MVP level, 30 a night, dishing out 6 assists, swiping nearly 2 steals, and making it all look way too smooth. Defensively, they're clamping down like it's a playoff series, holding squads to just over 103 points per game. That's elite-level grit, no cap. But let's keep it real, this is a tough spot for OKC. They're coming off an NBA Cup final letdown where they just didn't look like themselves. Sprinkle in some serious travel fatigue, they've been bouncing from Vegas to Orlando and now Miami, and you've got a team that might be running on fumes by the second half. Playing the Magic was no walk in the park, and now they've got to face a well-rested Heat squad that's chilling at home, waiting to pounce. Speaking of Miami, they're sitting on a 13-11 record, but don't let that fool you. This team turns into a different animal at home, where they've gone 8-4. Jimmy Butler's the heartbeat, bringing that win-at-all-costs energy, while Bam Adebayo's out here doing everything. Need a bucket? Bam's got you. Lockdown defense? Say less. And let's not forget Tyler Herro, who can get hot in a hurry, especially when the South Beach crowd's got his back. The Heat's game plan? Drag you into the mud. They're not about flashy highlights. They're about grinding you down possession by possession. That style could throw OKC off their rhythm since the Thunder likes to get out and run. Miami's defense will be locked in, and their ability to slow things down could tip the scales. Plus, OKC's been shaky from deep, They're sitting 19th in three-point percentage, and that's not going to cut it against a team like Miami, who knows how to exploit weaknesses. Let's talk rest, because it's a big deal here. Miami hasn't played since the 16th, so they're fresh and ready to roll. Meanwhile, OKC's on Game 3 in 4 nights, and after grinding through Orlando, they've gotta be feeling it. The Heat are also coming off a weird L to Detroit, so you know they're itching to bounce back and protect home court. No, I love me some Thunderball. They've been cashing tickets for me with their ability to cover spreads and come up clutch. But even I gotta admit, this is a brutal back-to-back-to-back grind for them. If Miami can dictate the pace and make this a half-court slugfest, they've got the upper hand. At the end of the day, this one's gonna come down to who's fresher and who executes when it's winning time. I've got Miami pulling this one out. They've got the rest advantage, the home crowd, and that ability to step up in tight spots. But hey, as long as Shai's on the floor, you can never count OKC out. Buckle up, because this one's gonna be a battle.